Okay, so we're going to get started now on, I did the steering wheel with the leather conditioner and it turned out very, very great. Awesome. Okay, this has been about a few weeks. I put the protector on it afterwards. It's held up very well. Now I want to move on to my seat. The seat's not in bad shape, but as I noted before, it's got some things, which, you can see like some little lines coming in here. You see this color difference right here, this color difference over here. Um, there's nothing but just a little bit of stuff. There's nothing actually breaking, and I want to kind of take care of the leather now before it gets any worse. So what I'm going to do first is do the cleaner again. Then after it's cleaned and it's dried up really good, I'm going to use a little heat gun. It's pretty warm out here, but just to make sure it dries up well. And then we're going to go ahead and apply the leather coloring, and we're going to do it very gently. So we're going to make sure that we don't fill any of these holes or anything. We're going to use a sponge again and kind of blotch and pull it through, but we don't want to clunk it on here where it's going to like clog up any of these holes and show very badly. So we're going to take our time and get this done, and I'll update you. So again, I'm going about this, and just wetting it, and I got the sponge here again, going everything. Just to note, this is something really important I think that you do as preventative. So before your seat gets too bad, you definitely want to do this, because once the leather really starts cracking up, once it really starts, like you can see here, there's some areas where it's, and definitely right here, that's where the coloring's coming apart. But once it starts cracking, then you have a whole different situation to deal with. And then that's when this project becomes a little bit more difficult to do. And also it becomes, your finish and how well you execute really comes into question, because when you start having to sand stuff down and get stuff right again, will it return to the way it originally looked? We don't know. And so I'm just saying this again. I'm trying to use this light on here so that you can kind of see it a little bit better. But you want to take care of this stuff right here. If you start seeing any of this, you want to start taking care of this right away. You start seeing areas, all along here. Do it as soon as possible, because it's going to more than likely turn out a lot better the sooner you do it than the later. All right, but I just want to show you again, that's with, again, this stuff right here, which is the prep cleaner. I'm going to now take my blower, my heat gun, and dry this off kind of really quickly, and do this to speed up the time. And then, we're going to basically attack, this part of the seat. I'm going to do basically both sides, both bolsters. I'm going to do mostly all of the seat, and I'm just going to use a light coat everywhere else, but just to match everything in good, okay? Just an update. Alright, so this is after the first coat. I'm obviously going to take some time, observe, and look at this and see where we're at. I can see some areas where automatically I need to do a little bit better cleanup or blotching. But you can see right in here where I had those areas at before, those have been filled in. I'm going to make this look a little bit better. So what ended up happening was, when I applied the first coat, it started texturizing a little bit quick, and I took some of that. I took some of the cleaner, and I think I'm going to do it a little bit more. And I took it back off because it was thickening up. It's actually got like a skin to it almost, and that's because it seemed a little bit lighter, and I didn't like it. So I'm going to work on this area here, and then and see what we come up with. But for the first application, it doesn't look too bad. We just need to blend it and blotch it in a little bit better. Alright, so here's the finished product after I've dried it with the heat gun, and after I've actually even applied the leather protection on the car. You know, if you look down here, this was where you had those certain spots that all the coloring had come off of, and this came out pretty well. Biggest things to remember in this process is that you want to make sure that you blot with a sponge, blot, 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 blot. Don't let the product dry all the way. You want to work on just concentrated areas one at a time. And as you do that, I did this part first, and I went here, then I went the bolsters back, you know, here. So I did the whole seat. You just really want to take your time, do your spot, you know, make sure it looks very even. And I had to do multiple coats. This did take some time. This really did take longer than the steering wheel because it's such a much larger area. You know, depending on the sponge and stuff you have, it can, the application could be uneven, and you have to go back and work it in a lot. That's what I found I had to do. But again, this is the stuff from Leather World. I mean, it's excellent. Excellent job. I think the Ben's World guy, no, not Ben's World guy, but there's another older gentleman who's a pilot on YouTube, did this first on his S500. He had a black interior. Really gave me the motivation to do it. So this is definitely a job that you can do yourself. And if everything doesn't turn out exactly right, you can go back and work on it a little bit more. But this turned out really, really well. All right, thanks guys for watching. And if you like it, of course, subscribe. Take care.